Welcome all to Piney Woods Photographic Society. I've been saying for a while that I was going to do this video, so now I'm actually going to do it. This is the video on how you upload to the galleries for the monthly challenges. You first have to be a registered member of the website, and doing the registration is on a different video. But once you are registered, you're going to come to the home page, which is pineywoods.photo.com, and you will see a sign-in link on the home page. So you're going to go ahead and click on that, and it will come up and ask you for the email and password that you set when you signed up. You can set it to remember you so you don't have to keep typing this stuff back in. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Once you're signed in, then you're going to go to the galleries. Once you click on galleries, you will see all of the galleries that we have for the different challenges. You'll notice that it actually tells you the month and also the theme. So if you don't actually go look at the themed list, you can see it here. So I'm going to go ahead and, we already have stuff in April. I'm going to go ahead and upload to June so you can see how this is done. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the June gallery, and you'll notice that once you're signed in, you do actually see these two buttons up here, Edit the Album and Add Photos. To add your photos to the gallery, you're going to click on the Add Photos button, and it will come to this screen. And this is where you're going to make sure you're actually uploading into the right gallery. And then you'll notice that there's a little button right here that says Upload Photos. Now you do have to have Flash enabled on your browser in order to make this work. There are instructions on our Facebook page for how to enable each of the different browsers with Flash. Once you've got that done, go ahead and click the Upload Photos and then click it again, and it will let you browse for your photos. Now remember that we are requesting that you size your photos so that they are no longer than 2,000 pixels on the long edge. Because if you upload anything larger than that, it typically takes a little longer for them to load while we're doing the challenge, and it also, when you're blowing them up full screen, you actually can't see the whole picture on the full screen. So these are the three that I actually want to upload. So I'm going to click on the first one, hold down my Shift key, and click on the last one. Now you can upload individually if you want, so if they're in different folders, that's not a problem. So now I'm going to go ahead and click Open, and then you will actually see those photos start to upload to the website. And it will take just a few seconds for it to do each one. This is another reason that we want you to resize them, because if you do a full size, say 26 megapixel shot or 20 megapixel shot, this takes a lot longer. And we do have a video on how to resize, even if you're not using an editing program, how to resize just using Windows. So once these are all uploaded, you'll notice it says Upload Complete. We're going to go ahead and click the Submit button, and it will take you to the list of what it just uploaded, and you'll actually see thumbnails of your pictures. On this screen, we do ask that you do a couple of things. One is that you name the photo. So in this one, I'm going to call it Teton Morning. And then in the caption, what we ask is that you give us some information about what you did to take this shot. For instance, what camera were you using? What lens were you using? Were you using a tripod? Were you using any kind of filters? Were you using a flash? And then any of the camera settings that you used in this. So for instance, this one, let's say that I don't really know what my camera settings were. Well, if you're in Windows, you can actually find that out fairly easily. If I go to the folder that those pictures are actually contained in, which are on my desktop in the April entries, then what I can do, whoops, sorry, shrink this down a little bit so I can see the other screen. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to actually put it over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the View menu, and I'm going to say Show me the, oh, sorry, can't do that. Let me spread this out a little bit further. There we go, the Details panel. And you'll see the Details panel right over here on the right hand side of the screen. And I'm going to go ahead and make this a little wider so you can see it. And if I click on that shot The details panel will actually show me a lot of things. For instance, what is the dimension of this shot? So this one is 1200 by 800, so it meets the size that we need. Then also, if I scroll on down, I can tell what camera I actually shot this with. So this one was shot with my Canon Rebel XT, and it was shot, let me bring that back up. It was shot at f9, and it was shot with a 18 to 55 millimeter. I just happen to know that at 55. So 18 to 55 millimeter at 55 millimeters, and it was shot f9 and 1/200th of a second, ISO 400, I think I saw. Yes, ISO 400. And I happen to know for a fact I was using a polarizing filter, and I was using a tripod. So those are some of the things that other users can look at and go, okay, if I wanted that kind of depth of field, I should be using an f9. Or if I wanted to stop motion the way that she did in that shot, I should be using 1/200th of a second. It's just a way of helping other users understand how you got the shot you got. Finally, when you've got all that done, go ahead and click Save. And what you will see is those pictures actually now show up in the gallery. If you want to see them full screen by themselves, you can simply click on one of them and it will zoom out to show you what you actually put in. And you'll notice all of your comments are down here below the shot. And that is how you actually input pictures for the challenge. Now, what if you entered one and then went, oh, I don't think I want that one in there anymore? Well, to click on one, you'll notice you do have a delete button on that screen. And let's say I decided I really didn't want this one in there. I can simply hit delete. It's going to come up and ask me if I'm sure. I say click OK, and now that shot is actually gone. So you have the ability to add and delete as you want to. So if you happen to delete one, if you happen to upload one and then decide you'd really rather have another one, you can delete and add back. You are able to add up to 3 per challenge. And if you have any other questions, please just hit me on Facebook and I'll be happy to answer anything I can. Hope you're enjoying the club.